I googled this saying, is an earl royalty? It says no, earls are not royalty in the United Kingdom. They are a member of the nobility or peerage, which is a distinct system from the a distinct system from the royal family. While earls are part of the historical and social elites, like the aristocrats, they are not part of the monarch's immediate family or line of succession. Now, remember I said at the beginning of my videos how there was only two classes of people. You got your royals and you got your non-royals. The royals were allowed to own land, okay? And these aristocrats, they're low royals. They're related. And everyone knew it back then, you know what I mean? But over time, after hundreds and hundreds of years, little by little, they changed this fact because they don't want you to know that they are all related with the same exact bloodline to the same exact 7 kings, the first kings of everything. They don't want you to know that, right? They don't, because otherwise you won't believe Polybius's idea of ANACYCLOSIS. You will believe my idea of ANACYCLOSIS, right? So it says that their earls aren't part of the royalty. They're just rich people. There were no rich people. There was one family that was rich, all right? The earls and the nobles, the aristocrats, they're all the same people. They're just lower royals, okay? And this is what I'm talking about. I just ran across this just like literally a minute ago. So I figured I'd look at it. I saw the word Earl, so I was like, oh, I'll click on it and see if I can find it. This is the 8th Earl of Carnarvon, and you can see it says a.k.a. Downton Abbey. We know Downton Abbey is UK. So let's scroll down. King Edward I, Henry III, bunch of Magna Carta signers, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 7 kings. I thought he wasn't. I thought earls, they're just aristocrats, huh? Now do you see what I'm saying? This is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. This guy that's an earl, he's just as royal as any other royal person, man. And yet they want us to believe that these earls, look at this, King Edward VIII, he's related to everybody, man. All our John Adams, all our people that signed the Declaration of Independence, all our presidents. Here's Mary Stuart. This guy, come on, man. This guy he's literally related to all of our presidents and all of the monarchy in, here's Charles V. Here's our CIA director. This is, you know what I mean? They are liars. This is what I'm talking about, though. This is what I'm talking about when I say, look, there's the president of Harvard, Taft. When I say they change history over time, right? Because they want to give you some stupid thing to believe. So it's just, here's Joseph Smith. You know what I mean? What is this? All the same, look at this. All the same, look, governor, U.S. Secretary of State, it's First Lady. It's ridiculous. Look, there's another First Lady, another University of Chicago. Oh, man. This is ridiculous how many people that he's related to, that they're all royals. And he's royal, because we just saw, look, here's the Crown Prince of Greece. They just lie and lie. They change history because they want you to, it's unreal. And yet, no one will believe me. I can show you the books that every book. Look, here's George W. Bush. Here's Winston Churchill. But around 500 A.D., they tried to change it around so that we don't know that the nobles and the aristocrats were actually the lower royals. You know what I mean? They don't want us to know that. Look, here's Queen Elizabeth II. They're cousins. But he's an earl. He's related to, here's King Charles III, Princess Diana, all the royalty. He's Boris Johnson, all our presidents, but this guy's an earl, huh? And you know what's funny is we don't even have to look through this list, because if we scroll back up here, there was already proof right here, because he's got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kings. So they are allowed. And let's scroll back up so you can see this is an earl that they're saying is an aristocrat. Just see, they lie until you try and tell you. No, don't listen to them. They have the same royal blood, the people telling you this lie. Okay, so let's throw into the kings and queens. Now I already showed you the king, the queen, and this guy's ex-wife, Princess Diana. We're going to go through these three again before we go on. Here's Charles III, King of England right now. Edward I, Henry III, bunch of Magna Carta signers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 7 kings. How about his wife right now, the Queen Consort? Again, she has Mary Stuart though. Mary Stuart. They all have Mary Stuart. Most of them are cousins. But over in England, you kind of have a mix and match. A lot of them have Mary Stuart as a direct line. So anyways, Mary Stuart, King Edward I, Edward III, Edward I, Henry III, bunch of Magna Carta signers, and of course 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 7 kings. Now this is his first wife, Princess Diana. Mary Stuart, King Edward I, Henry III, bunch of Magna Carta signers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 7 kings. So the kingship today definitely goes by this bloodline, right? Well, how about the Duchess of New York, Sarah Ferguson? Again, we got Mary Stuart, Edward I, Henry III, bunch of Magna Carta signers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, 5 of the 7 kings. How about the Princess of Wales? King Edward I, Henry III, bunch of Magna Carta signers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 7 kings. Well, how about the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle? Edward I, Henry III, bunch of Magna Carta signers, and of course 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 7 kings. Now all of these people so far, these kings and queens, they've all been from the UK that I just went over, these last 5 or 6 people, right? Now we're going to go into other countries and look at not at presidents, but at their royalty. How do they pay? Do they have the same royal bloodline? Here, let's see this guy. Aragon, that just means Spain. Pre-Spain, right? 1200 to 1276. King James I in Spain. Henry VIII. Where's he got the 5 kings? Robert I is 1. Charles V and Mary Stuart, 2 of them, so that's 3. Charlemagne would be 4. And I think that's probably it. But he's got 4. Let's check that out again. Yeah, I don't see. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it is. Okay, so that's 4. He's got 4 of the 7 kings, this guy. Now let's go to when Aragon turns into Spain, right? Later on, see, he's the king of Aragon, the first king of United Spain. Okay, let's see who his grandson is Charles V. Now see, he doesn't lead off to anybody, okay, other than in Spain. But that's why he's not one of the kings. See, that's why 2 of the 7 kings are Mary Stuart and Charles V. Those 2 kings are not important per se. They're not the first kings of anything really, but they lead to the first kings of everything. You know what I mean? Like this Charles V leads to this guy, King Ferdinand II of Spain, right? And he also leads to, because look at this, he's a grandson, he's a 9th great-grandson to this guy too. So he leads to this, both of these kings, right? And look at this, John I, King of Portugal, who leads, this is also Charles V. See, if you have a direct line to Charles V, you go to this king and the other kings I just mentioned. That's why he's important. And of course, we'll look at Charles, the emperor or king of the Roman Empire. And again, Edward I, Henry III, bunch of Magna Carta signers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 7 kings. How about Mary Stuart? Like she leads, I forget what 2 kings she leads to. I think one of them is the King of Ireland and the other one is the King of Scots. But let's see what her thing says. Edward I, Henry III, bunch of Magna Carta signers. Well, wait a second. Oh, here they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 7 kings. So they still have the blood. Wherever I go, I see that bloodline. Let's go into the Albania, King of Albanians. Ooh, Robert I and Charlemagne. It's 2 of the 7 kings. So, yeah, he's probably cousins to the other ones. But you can see they're always going back to these 7 kings, if not all of them, some of them. And just because I can't see it on here doesn't mean that, just because it doesn't show up that he only showed up 2 kings that he goes to. He could be to all 7 of them. I don't know. These genealogy sites are all, incomplete, all of them. Okay, how about the King of Italy? Right off the bat, you can see Charlemagne, William the Conqueror, and Louis VI. But Louis VI leads to Robert I. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4 of the kings are direct descendants. Okay. So that was the King of Italy. Here's the crown princess right now of Greece. Edward I, Henry III, bunch of Magna Carta signers, 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 7 kings. Who am I missing here? 1, 2, 3, oh no, 1, 2, 3, 4. Louis VI. I'm getting Louis VI. But still, that's a lot of kings there. Alright, now, this one right here is the King of Greece. This is way back in 1849, right? I just want you to check out who his grandkids are. The King of Greece, who is his grandkids? Prince Harry, Prince William, and King Charles III, the King of England today. Isn't that weird? How about this one? The King, or really Empress, because it's a woman, of Russia. Who's her grandkids? Same people. Harry, William, and Charles. Isn't that wild? How about this guy? He's the Premier of the Canadas. I'm not sure what that means. I think he's just a president before Canada actually became a country. And look at who her granddaughter is. This is the Queen of England right now, today.
My name is Jacob, and my concentration is environmental science and sustainable business.
Hi, my name is Lex, and my concentration is the performance of self.
Hi, I'm Gabrielle. My concentration is creative direction, production, and narrative through the arts, performance, and written work.
Hi, my name is Karina Gomez, and my concentration is in journalism and Latin American studies, with an emphasis in human rights, collective memory, and political violence.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Lee, and I studied the sociology of environmental communication. Hi, my name is Reed, and I study music business and gender studies.
Hi, my name is Dominique, and I studied care politics with a minor in disability studies.
My name is Elliot Wright, and my concentration is art as a social mechanism.
Hi, I'm Georgia, and my